Hello and welcome to a new episode of Green Care with Marco. Today I'm going to show you how to create a bird nesting material dispenser. It's recycling week, and here in the wilderness we are always aware on how to reuse things. So what we need for today's activity is a plastic bottle, and then I collected moss and woodland materials that can be used for birds to make their nest. And one last thing, there's no need to buy anything, but be aware when collecting items in nature, because we don't want to harm the environment. And also, this is a great way to help garden birds during the early part of the breeding season, especially from February up until May. So what we need to do is to cut holes on the bottle, and I've already started to do it, but I'm gonna show you just a little bit how to make it. So let's bring it over here. Be careful when using scissors, and if you can have like people helping you out, do please ask for the help. Right, so we cut the bottom just because it can be another point where the birds can collect their nesting material. Right, and in this way we got the holes at the centers and around and the bottom, so we can easily fill these up. So let's start also, before we're going into filling the bottle, we can start with like making some holes that we're gonna use like a sort of perches. You can make as many as you want. Like this. Basically what I'm trying to do is exactly a representation of this one here. So we got enough space for the birds to pick the different elements, and then by doing so, birds will have everything they need for their nest. Right, so we now got to fill everything up. Got some lovely moss. You can buy sustainable moss online. You can find moss in many different places, so always like respect the environment. And now let's start to fill this up. And this way. And it's really simple activity. No expert hands are needed. And it's quite actually fun. I remember doing this activity a while ago. It was like at the beginning of lockdown, and I was getting really bored about spending time at home, not be able to go out. So I made this thing. I made this really simple nesting material. And my neighbor just like got next to me, just like, "What are you actually doing it?" He got into this, and then we made our own nesting materials. And we actually spent the time in the afternoon watching like robins picking things up for their nest. It was fantastic because it was like first moment to sort of like connect together, but also really just like admiring this little puffy thing. And really cute, trying to pick like different elements. And I'll tell you a secret, mine worked really well because one thing that you can add is a couple of worms, and then definitely some birds will come over straight away and pick material they need. Now that we're getting almost at the end of this little project, make sure to make it quite tight. There's quite a good amount of moss that we can put into here, but the whole purpose is that when we lift that bottle on the other upside down, moss stands still and doesn't come out. It's quite easy to get messy with this, but there's not really such a perfect way to do things, isn't it? So just get your hands in with like surrounded by elements of nature, have a good fun, share with friends and family. And if you got grandkids, for example, this is a fantastic activity that you can do together. Maybe like going on a walk in the woodland, collecting a few different elements, and then enjoying watching the birds from your windowsill together. And if you're gonna take part in the RSVP initiative, Big Garden Birdwatch, this is a perfect way to attract birds to your garden. Right, now that we complete it, hopefully it's gonna stay up. Yes. Right, I got a little bit of, I got just some branches. We can twist a little bit. And now if you remember where it was the first hole here, you put it inside like that. Pretty easy to do. Last one's over here. This one can be a little bit tricky. There we go. Okay. So what we need to do next, we need to add a twine so we can hang it on the tree or outside in your garden, for example. So get a nice piece of string with the scissors, like that. Really simple way. So take the bottle out, just make a knot around it, and so we can secure the string and then just close up. There we go. So now we are ready to just tie a nice knot, and then we're ready to go in a woodland, in a garden, and admire nature, enjoying yourself. So really simple activity, quite pleasing because it's going to attract a lot of birds to your garden. And as I said at the beginning, especially from February up to May, this is perfect because it's nesting season and you can enjoy birds flying over your garden. So if you enjoyed today's episode, I'm going to see you soon to our next episode of Green Care with Marco. And this beautiful bird dispenser is ready to go in the woodland or in your garden. And stay safe. I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.